Hello, everybody. This is Coach Royal at Double Platinum Coaching. Good morning. Um, I just wanted to bring you to this closing session here called the Summative. Um, and we're going to talk about Roseville and the things that I believe, they could have accomplished uh, as a seasoned coach. And hopefully, if they get this video, they'll watch it and say, hey, look, maybe we could take some things from it. If I'm full of whatever, they'll say it. If not, we'll see what happens there. But anyway, um, I think that after watching this and you watched all four quarters of the game, clearly there are a couple things that you can look at and say, hey, what's the deal here? Okay. Now it's hard to sell yourself to some guys out here, especially when you've been coaching a while and you get all these. I don't want to go out on a tangent, but there are certain coaches out here that just they have some egos, and they feel secured when they have people that are, um, I can say it on the kissing their butt. That's not helping the kids any, because the goal is for some of these kids that come out here from January when they start, or February when they start in the weight room, and they start to believe in what the coach is saying, you know, and they bought in, you know. I don't know of all of the cases like that in North Carolina, but I have been in California, where I do know that to be the case at some schools that I've attended. Vista High School is one of them. I'm sure they do it at Mission Hills. They got great coaches there. Um, so, but if I don't see that out here a lot. I'll say I seen it at Middle Creek under Coach Randy Ragland, who's a great coach. And shout out to him, by the way, Kendall Ray. A lot of those guys that have coached, I coached with, I had a great respect for them. Um, it's just, so the thing that I want to explain to you is that when you're when you're a Grimsley program or a Roseville program, and you're getting guys by the dozens, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say it, address the elephant in the room. You get kids that transfer over there because some coach said, hey, look, I do this and all that. Okay, yeah, great. Okay, so then you have guys, so you should win, especially if you're recruiting your guys, whether it be illegally or not. But that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about guys buying into your program, and we're talking about coaches coaching those guys once they get them. And this is where we are. So again, I want to talk about, this is called the summative. And in the summative, this is what you do when you sit down in front of your assistant principal or your principal, whoever's doing your summative evaluation. They want to say what's going on, how the year ago. This is how you do it in football. Okay. Um, Athletic directors might want to take note of this video, because this is how I think you should have some of your conversations with a lot of those coaches. First off, let's just address the elephant in the room. Roseville could have won this game. They could have competed a little bit better uh, concerning this. They should have, I felt, in my humble opinion, they could have ran the ball. They could have passed the ball. They could have done a lot of things with this team. And the question that one thing that I talked to a couple of people, and the one thing that uh, comes to my head is a guy named Leroy Hill, who said, you know what, don't attack wall cities. And after evaluating that and talking with him, we talked in great length about, hey, look, how do how do you know how to attack a team if you don't watch enough film? And that brings me to this. So I'm going to go over some information here. Again, we're not going to go too deep into it because I don't want to spend too much time, but hopefully this will give you some insight as to watching film and how to evaluate your talent versus your opponent. Okay, but I just want to take a look at this right here. Um, so this is the first play of the game. We talked about what we could do, but I just want to look at this right here. This is space. Okay. Now, if you're watching film, you're going to ask yourself, if this guy backs up to about, let's say he backpedals to here on his first step, and your first step is here. You by the time he gets his first step, he's here. However, this guy is man. This guy is man. This guy is man. These guys are man free. Okay. And this is what I'm talking about watching film. I don't know if they watched film because I see a lot of, hey, look, the I don't know if these guys are really knowing the coverage that they think they know, or are they trying to mask some deficiencies that the defense might have? But either way, they did not take advantage of that. Hold on, let me get my, hold on real quick. Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? I know I had my paper that talked about this information, and I need to get it. That's okay. All right. So, oh, here it goes, right here. So, the first thing that I talked about is this. Um, when you break down a film, you want to break down what the defense does best and what you do best. And whatever your best play is, see if it works against that play. Okay, if it can attack that defense again, don't attack wall cities. Okay, um, this guy to me is a wall city. That guy's really good, and I think that you just cannot run to that guy. And remember, I told you guys before, and we're going to here's some evidence right here. Okay, so this guy goes in motion. All right, goes in motion, and this guy comes down, and look what we've got. We've got yards. We got yards. Okay. And on top of that, to prove my point, I just want to show you something here. To prove my point, okay, they have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Watch this. Just want to show you something. Go ahead and stop it right there. All right, there. All right, so these guys now have committed. This guy's out here and he's out there. Okay, so this guy is going to come over here. He's not going to hit him, and then he's going to cut back. Okay, even after this block, this guy is free. Okay, and you still got you got 3 to 4 yards off of contact from a guy that you didn't even have to attack, from a guy that wasn't even blocked. And this is what I'm talking about. That would have been like, hey, look, you know what? We need to change up our game plan right then and there. Those guys cannot tackle, or at least that play. But now you have enough evidence to say, hey, you know what? Can these guys tackle? Let's go to the next play here. We're gonna cycle through the plays and talk about the what if. Okay. Now, if he catches, if he gets the ball, look what happens. Look what you have. Block, and he's gone. Okay. So that's a missed opportunity. Okay. Now the question is this: how do you get to this sequence here? How do you get back to this sequence of events to where, hey, look, coach, we need to create this again. We need to create this. How do we get that formation to where they can line up and we'll have ample room to run again? How do we get that? Again, I don't know if they watched film or not. It doesn't appear that, hey, look, there was a lot of film watching, because you should have attacked this. Okay. And believe you me, you can call anybody at Southern Durham where I after the first play of a game, I said, hey, look, we're off script. And they're like, huh? I said, yep, we're off script. So now we're going to do, now it's on me now. I'm going to call the play from what I seen. And once you adjust, but then again, that's also what do you do during practice? Okay, here's another thing right here. Okay, it's a rainy day. Look at the quarterback. He mishandled the ball. Okay, there's nothing there. My guy, pump fake that, block, have him go lead up to him, and look what you have. Simple. Look, everybody's blocked. And this is what I'm talking about. Now, these guys are watching this. These coaches are there doing this in real time. An experienced coach should be able to look at this film or look at this play and say, hey, look, I need to run that again. Because when we do that, they're in this position. Look at this. All of these guys are going, their hips are in that direction, that direction, that direction, that direction, that direction, that direction, this direction. Okay. So you have one, two, three, four people in that direction. You see that? And then you've got one, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, here we go. Sorry, here goes the other guy. Seven. You have seven people over there, and you have four over here. What are we not seeing, coaches? This is what I'm talking about. If you could have won a state championship coaching, not just because you have guys. And this goes to just show you that coaching kind of matters if even if you have guys. Does that make sense? Because there's no reason why this team could not have competed. Now, after watching this film and beating this down, beating this whole thing up, now I got an understanding of, hey, look, you know what? I know how to attack this team. Because if I show anything like this in a previous film, they're going to copycat that, and now I can go ahead now and do what I want to do. Okay, but this is just certain instances, a couple of instances there. Okay, we're going to keep on going, and this is teaching tape. So the summative that I'm going to give you, just based off of this first series, because the first series to me in a championship game is probably the one of the very is a very important one. Okay, this is why I said special teams. I give it to Grimsley because they did the special teams thing a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get to the next one. Okay, so this is the second series. This is the second series, first and 10. Okay, so I want to show you something. This guy is down here. He's looking in the backfield. Why are we not taking advantage of the space over here? Again, if you watch film, you'll be able to see this. Look at that. And now you're going to come off of it. But here's the thing, don't attack wall cities. Why are we doing this? Okay, so here's the summative. Hey, here's the evidence that I could say, hey, did you guys watch film? I mean, why would you run a route? Why would you run a route there when you see that there? Why would you do that? I mean, bears know there are traps around. If there's shouldn't even say probably that. But anyway, clearly you can see that this play that you had drawn up is not a very good play. Just call it what it is. It's not a good play. Why? Because you have this guy here and he's going to do that. And he knows that he has help. So, hey, look, I can go out and hang out here with him because I know I have help. And he didn't get his hands on him really well. And if that guy's not there, he catches it, he's gone. Again, let's go back to this. So if this guy's not very good with this movement, then that means I can run right by him. And any type of fake here brings this guy here. Now I have everything that I want. But again, these guys, maybe these coaches are they just know what's going on. But right now it's first down and 10. And the first time you ran the ball, you got 6 yards. Now you're throwing into the teeth of the defense. You're throwing the football into the teeth of the defense. Am I lying? Yes. No, I'm not lying. Yeah, you are. Yes, you're throwing the football in the teeth of the defense. Not only that, look at this. Watch this real quick. I want to show you something. You have somebody up here. So now, I'm going to even show you something even better. If this, well, the guy's out the frame. So if this receiver up here in this area here, let me do this here. Let me see if I can. It won't let me here. Let me do like this. I'm gonna stop it right there. Right there. So let's just say we run this guy off. Okay. Let me straighten up my lines real quick, people. Sorry about that. I know you're probably coach. All things jacked up lines. Okay. So this guy releases outside. Okay. Let's say he releases outside. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with a sell route? You did it earlier. You see that? So this is what I'm talking about. Did you watch enough film, coaches, to say, hey, look, what are we doing? And on top of that, look, you still have numbers. You could have ran the ball. Look. Did you not watch film? Did you not watch film? I mean, look at this. Look, there he goes. What is the problem here? So now you have the front shot and the we call the butt shot when it comes to huddle. Look what you have. It was there. So, and you also got hands of the face there, but it was there. So the question that I have is, who's watching on the sideline? Who's watching up in the coach's box, relaying the information? Just because you have good coach, you got good players, doesn't mean that you're going to win games if it's not effective. If you don't have an effective game plan, this is not an effective game plan, in my humble opinion. Okay, so this first and second series is what we call, is it a failure? You're either, so in the military when you're shooting, okay, this is what I love about the rifle range. So when you shoot down the range, they call this thing called sight alignment sight picture, okay, and you're focused on the tip of this little sight alignment, and as you fire your weapon and it's going down the range, down in the butts, you either hit the black or you hit the white. It's either A or F. That's it. And that's how I coach football. It's either A or F. Okay. Now it's second down and 10. Now look, here's another thing. I have a problem. I have a fundamental problem here. All right. 1, 2, 3. The ball's in your hands still. The ball's still in your hands. The ball's still in your hands. The ball is still in your hands. All right. Well, he should have caught that, right? Yeah, I'll agree with you. Well, coach, yeah, he should have caught that, but that's not that's a 50-50 ball for that guy right there. I don't know if that guy was really about that. I don't know. But I know this, that ball was not that was not a very well thrown ball, and neither was the play because he's throwing into the teeth of the defense. And here it is. There it is. Now he's wide open. The quarterback hung that ball. If he puts it down a little bit further, he might have a little play. I don't know. But again, what are we doing here? Okay. What are we doing? Did we watch enough film? Okay. Now, this is when you're into this thing, when you get into stuff, information like this, you have to pay attention to this right here. It is third down and 10. Okay. It's third down and 10. Football isn't about just, oh, let's just go out here and play and run some stuff, no. Situation. So let's look at this situation. Hey, it's third down and 10. Look at it like this. You know what? I need to eat. It's third down and 10. What do I have to do? Go to work. See, this is what we call situational football. Well, look at the situation here. It's third and 10, and you wanted to give the ball. Did you do you not have did you not have another plan? It's third and 10, and you're running this play in your second series. Did you think that you were going to get a first down here? Or are you confused? You see, now I'm going to get into the harsh reality of coaching here. This is the second series, and you mean to tell me this is what you came up with during the second series, and you have those guys? Two of the kids, like I said, I know were from Hillside. Okay, but like, please help me out here. Okay, so let's go to the next. All right, here we go. This is the third. Okay, now this is the third series that you have. So you've had 3 touches and you haven't had a first down, or you might have one, but you've had 3 touches and you haven't advanced the ball. Let's see here. Again, the summative. Okay, this is the summative. Now, right now, Grimsley has this game in control. They're in control of this game. All right. Now, you've only seen this formation once. And now you're going to run again. Anyway, you're running jet sweep. You're going to run jet sweep here with this guy who's faster than these guys. Again, this is called the summative. Now you're going to get the smoke. Now I'm going to be like, hey, look, dude, we got to have a fundamental talk here, because this guy's running at full speed and he's going to end up in here. If he was here, then I could see him attacking the A gap for that plug backer, because he's the guy near. So we call him the plug backer, or excuse me, yeah, he'll plug, and then that guy becomes the other plug unless he bounces it, unless he gets here and he reads this guy's hat and he goes, oh, you know what? I'll just continue to bounce it because I have people blocking. So now this guy becomes the pursuit backer. And now what you have is this, and you might have him scrape here, and then he comes around here to help to clean up any loose trash that we call, or he can go up to the next level and hit that guy. I mean, look, come on, guys. No, we could do better than this. A lot better than this. Again, the summative. What is it that you did wrong here? So this, again, here we are with the complete breakdown. We've seen the game. Now we have to issue some wrongs and rights to this, right? And this is the evaluation. Yeah, you failed, but why? Don't you want to know why you failed? Doesn't everybody want to know? Why'd you fall? Why'd you fail? Well, I don't know. Well, guess what? You have somebody that cares enough to share with you the reason why you failed. Okay, here we go. Look, why are we getting yards? So see, now you're getting yards. You see that? Now you run the ball, you're pretty much balanced. But this is what I wanted to share with you guys about how easily this team could have played. Now watch this. I want to show you, because you're probably like, Coach, you're a little bit too harsh. Watch this. Okay, so you don't think this guy is reading this backer? You don't think look at that. Oh, guess what? I'm going to cut off of you because I could see daylight here. Good job here. That could be considered holding. That guy's just going to get in there, and look what happens. Look what we've got here. I mean, come on, people. Trust your running back. They didn't trust their running back in this case. Okay, good job there, coach, saying, hey, look, I got you. Kid said, I believe in you, coach. And yeah, they should believe in him. He's a great coach. But we all have problems. Hey, this is another good play. Why didn't you go to this right here? Watch this. It's a great play. So he acts like a lead blocker for him. And then he gets him. Look, hey, they know their weakness. Their weakness is against the run. And now you're going to flip it out there to him, and look what you got. See, where was this? This is why we call it the summative. Okay, so you can accomplish this. Why didn't you continue to do it? Is the question. Or are you one of them here like this? Please listen. Are you one of those coaches that say, hey, look, you know what? I'm just going to do what is in the moment, because there's nothing here that, look, watch this. I'm going to show you something. Watch this. If you put this guy back here and you ran that same play and you see, look at that. You could have did the same play. Or you could fake that, have him come in here. All right. I want you to see this. So look at the last play. If you look at the last play, so that way you can see it. All right, watch. All it is about exchanging responsibilities. Because this team, they could have been eating. They could have been eating all day. They could have been eating. Look at that. He was scared. Oh, he didn't go. He's I'm out of position. Oh, he got me. Boom. Okay. So we see that. Now watch. You keep that same energy. Big means energy. La 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 la. There we go. That's a 9 mil melody. Look, now here goes your angle route. I mean, come on. You got happy. So this tells me that, hey, coach, you got happy. It's 3/2, and you're going to try to throw the long ball. It's 3/2. That guy's way back there. That's a good. I mean, that's a great play there. Okay, yeah, good thing you ran the you ran the cross. I guess for them it's called Y cross. Okay, good job there because that opened that up. Okay. So again, I got asked, hey, where was this before? Where was this before? Once again, and now you're getting beat. Okay, so again, I'm not going to stay too long on this right here, but my goal is this. I just wanted to show you here. I'm going to show you another. I'm going to show you something that is going to take just a couple minutes. Okay, and we'll go into this one. I'll hit this later on. Okay, I'm going to show you something. ODK this because. All right, so this is the first play of the game for us. All right, so I'm looking at this, and look, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is Northwood against Southern Durham. Okay, and I'd love to go in more information on this, but I'm not going to. But this is Northwood against Southern Durham. Okay, so obviously this kid probably didn't know what he was doing. I'm not going to go into any coaching situation because we've talked about this, but this guy was to come here, and he was to go here, and this guy was to go block him. He was supposed to go block him, and we're throwing the ball, and then he's coming down this way, and then he's scoring. However, because I just got the offensive coordinator position, I will give these guys some grace. But you can see me right here. This is me. This is me right here. Okay, watch. I'm like, hey man, what are you doing? So I told the coaches, hey, we're off script. All right. There's the head coach. This is the second play of the game. We're off script. Now, hey, look, let's go. Bombs away. Get rid of the football. Boom. Now, you're probably saying, well, coach, that guy could cover him. Well, not if that guy throws the ball where he's supposed to. So we have a drill that I adopted from Tony Franklin called the noose drill. And the noose drill tells this guy, hey, throw the ball on the opposite shoulder of where the defender is. So that way, now if he throws it over on this side, his hips can open up just a little, and this guy will miss him. And by the time he turns his hips forward going in this direction, now he has beaten this guy off the path, and now we've got the space to attack. So look at this over here. We know we've identified man, catch the ball. Look what we got here. Let's go. Talk about it later. Okay? Now we're off to the races. Yep. Easy peasy. All right? Now, again, and I'll break this film down later on too. Okay, so this right here is Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright happens to play for the University of Miami. Okay, he went to Tennessee. He only played 1 year of varsity, just his junior year at a full-time capacity, and he ends up going to the SEC. But again, this is what we call coaching. All right, we watch enough film. Look at that block. So what I'm saying, when I tell you that I've done it, I've done it. Okay. Here's another play that could have went for a long play. But here we go. We got the fake here. Now, quarterback, what he should have did was he should have just dummy fake that. Okay. Dummy fake that so you want to hold the ball. And this guy here, hey, punch this guy in the stomach, keep his hands down. Boom. You see, if you'd have punched him in the stomach, kept his hands down, the quarterback would have been able to flip the ball and throw it to him. But this receiver didn't block either. Okay, but the play was there, as you can see. Look at this. Watch this. He blocks. He blocks. He catches it. Look, he's got all that space. Okay, so now let's call setting stuff up. Okay, we're setting stuff up here. Next. All right, here we go. Now, this is what I know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, my thing is this: Do you have a defensive drill where he does this here, and this guy gets the ball, and you got to tackle him? Amongst all of, if you've got that drill, then you win. But I know you don't have that drill, so this is what we got. Boom. We don't have to block that guy. He's not the guy that we need to block. So we're just going to keep on going to the next level. Look at that, next level. Look at that block, next level. There we go. The only thing that he should have did was right here. But he stepped out of bounds. Okay. So again, I'm not going to go into this too much detail, but that's Jalen Wright. But I just wanted to share with you. We're not going to go to that. When we talk about taking advantage of stuff, this is the second series. Okay. Now you're probably saying, well, your team is better. No, they weren't. We were not the better team. Nobody knew who the better team was because these guys were like 3-8 before I got there. And then we end up going 10-2. Or maybe they went 5 and whatever. But all I know is you can look it up, and they went 10-2 when I was there. And that was when I got the opportunity to coach in July. All right. So I coached in July. I was for the OC position in July because another coach and him didn't see eye to eye. So he picked me and said, hey, look, let's go. And long story short, I took the job and boom. Now I had to implement some of his wing T rules into something that I was familiar with, but not familiar with, because I'm like, hey, look, I like to spread the ball out and I like to run it because I like numbers. And this is what I did. I took advantage. So I used that other coach's information, and then I ended up kind of marrying it with some other information, and boom, that's what happened. Okay, so and to be honest with you, I got this. I was reading this book called "What Is Open" by Dub Maddox, and all I did was use a lot of that information to make this team make a playbook for this team. Now, I'll be honest with you. I only had 16 plays the whole year. 16 plays that I used the whole year. So again, but why do you do that? Because all you need to do is information. You need to collect information from the defense in order to know what you're going to do. Okay. But I do want to show you this. This is my last nugget. I will show you this right here. Let's get 71st. And I'm going to leave you with this teaser here. It's 4th down. Obviously, you know what the deal is. It's 4th down. That's me. It's 4th down, and we have to win this game or get a 1st down. I'll open up with this. next week, and we're going to break this film down. It's going to be boring. I'm going to let you know, but from a coaching standpoint, boy, you're going to like it, because this is what happens when you go up against guys and you don't have guys. I'm going to show you how you fix that, and with all the I'll say the what do they call it, adversity that we have. Okay, and then and on top of that, it's Fayetteville versus Durham, so you've got that hype. If you're from California, it's kind of like Mater Dei against Orange Lutheran, or De La Salle versus who's that team? Clayton back in the day, or Monte Vista, versus San Ramon, Castro Valley versus Bishop O'Dowd. I mean, it's that type of atmosphere, and I'll never forget that Southern Durham had beat them the last year, and then they're beating us, and they should have. Look, I'll be honest with you, they should have won this game. However, they got out coached, and that's how we beat them. But anyway, we're going to get into that next week. We'll do that on Thursday. Again, my name is Marcelo Royal from Double Platinum Coaching. If you have any questions, please give me a call at 760-443-9525. We call this the last, when we do our after we evaluate the game, we look at it and we say, hey, look, this is the summative. And from my conclusions on the game that we watched, which is this game here, clearly we could tell that Roseville had plenty of opportunity to win this game and be much more competitive than what they were. Excuse my French. Anyway, peace and love. Love you all. You take care. Shout out to Leroy Hill, Coach Randy Ragland, Coach Kendall Ray, and a lot of guys like Chris Lanier, Kyle Dahl, a lot of those guys on that staff at Middle Creek, where I learned a lot of good things from them, because those are also Tony Franklin guys. And I had to, kind of keep quiet because I didn't want to say what I was, but learning Tony Franklin's system and the R4 system has taught me a lot. So that's why I could come to you and give you this detailed information. And because I signed an NDA, there's certain things that I can't talk about. So anyway, hope to hear from y'all. If you give me a call or reach out to me through Facebook. And if you parents are having kids that play football, your child wants to play football, please talk to me about it. And I would love to tell you about how you could talk to your coaches about how to handle your kid. But y'all take care. Peace, love, and hair grease. I'm out.